Hello,
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Vishal.
very good afternoon.
Am I audible and visible to you properly?
Yes, both you are audible and visible.
Okay, great. Thank you for joining the session on time. I really appreciate it. So, how has your day been so far?
It's going smoothly, ma'am. Today it
Okay,
is drizzling here.
okay, okay. I believe you're from Haryana, right?
Right, ma'am.
Okay, great, great. So, how's your English learning practice going? How is it going?
It's on right track, and gradually, I am improving.
Okay, I have been watching a lot of videos of yours with different experts here at English Yaari and otherwise as well. You're doing a great job. Yes, this is how you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
improve and this is how you will learn, right? The more people you connect with, the better you will be.
Yes, ma'am. I try to make at least one session every day.
Oh, you try to attend one session a day or take one session a day.
3 days I practice here in a week.
Okay.
3 days I
Mm-hmm.
do practice here, and rest
Mm.
days I do practice on Skype. In Skype,
Oh,
here are some groups, and all are free,
okay.
of course, ma'am.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. This is how you will learn. And have you been have you uh, noticed some change in the way you connect with people, express your thoughts, articulate your ideas? What do you think?
I can't say anything about this thing, but everyone is unique, so I try to grab some things from another person.
Oh, that's great. I think
It's
I
not
can see,
only,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and
I
it's
think
not
this
only a
are,
language.
yes,
Okay, carry
I
on.
think, I think this is our second session together, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, is it right?
Hmm.
We have
Okay.
talked it one time.
Yeah, yeah. I think a long time ago we had a session together, and I know a few things about you, and I've also introduced myself to you in the last session. So let's proceed. Okay, let's dive deep into this topic. We have an amazing and an interesting topic to discuss for today's session. So, would you like to discuss? The topic is weather wonders.
Yes, ma'am, we can discuss.
So we'll discuss weather, we'll discuss seasons, we'll discuss climate. So the first and the foremost thing that I would like to know from you is that what is the difference between weather and climate? Do you have any idea?
Ma'am, weather is it's change frequently,
Very good.
but climate doesn't change frequently. It's changes
Very
too much
nice.
time.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Weather is the day-to-day condition of atmosphere, right? And it changes every minute, every hour, every day. Yeah. Yeah. And
Right, ma'am.
climate, it's the long term weather of a particular place, right? Okay,
Right,
for
ma'am.
example, if we talk about India, India has a tropical monsoon weather, right? And some places have subtropical weather, some countries have arid weather, so it changes. It changes from country to country, so that is climate. Yeah. So
Right, ma'am.
how do you describe weather? For example, mm, firstly we'll go for a reading activity, and then after that we'll discuss more about weather, how to describe. In today's session we will focus on how to describe weather well, right? Because most of the times the tutors or experts ask you, okay, how is the weather at your place, right?
Right,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so there's this reading activity, Mr. Vishal. I want you to open your session notes and read this paragraph.
Refers to the condition of our surroundings right now. This includes things like weather. It's going to be sunny, rainy today, hot, cold, and windy today. The weather changes day to day.
Yes, yes. Then it's followed by a reading activity. I want you to read this paragraph.
The weather has a great deal of variety in our lives. We have sunny days that make us feel warm and content. We have rainy days to quench the thirsty mother, mother earth. We have snowy days that turn the world into a winter wonderland, and windy days that make things like leaves, papers, or even your hair get blown, either by light breeze or strong
Mm-hmm.
winds.
Very wonderful. You were able to read it correctly. Quench, winter wonderland, light breeze, strong winds, content. A few words have been highlighted, right? So we'll try to discuss the meaning of the words that have been highlighted and we'll try to make sentences using those words. So the first and the foremost, we have this word content. So what does this word content mean? How can we use it in our sentence?
Ma'am, I think content have two meanings. First, it's like material. It's a
Mm-hmm.
PDF. It's a content.
Yeah, very good, very good. Mm-hmm. And what is
And
the second?
I am confused, ma'am. I think that second meaning is satisfaction, or
Yeah,
maybe that
satisfaction.
content is different.
Very good. That means according to the context which has been given here, the situation, content means satisfaction. If you are satisfied, you can say I am content. Yeah. Instead of saying I am
Right, ma'am.
satisfied, you can also say I am content. Yeah. Okay. So can you use
Yes,
it
ma'am.
in your sentence now? Content.
Mm.
Content means satisfied, and contentment
Satisfaction.
means satisfaction. Okay.
Satisfaction.
Yes. Yes.
I feel content. I feel contentment
Mm-hmm.
because I have a government job.
Very good. Wonderful. Yeah. I feel content because I have a government job. Very nice. Wonderful. Now, then we have this word quench. Quench. It means to reduce one's thirst, right? When we
Okay.
are very
Yes, ma'am.
thirsty. Yeah.
To satisfy.
Yeah. Quench. Quench the thirsty Mother Earth. Okay. When someone is very thirsty, they drink water. That is when you quench your thirst. Yeah.
Right, ma'am. After drink water, I quench my
I
thirst,
quenched I quenched my thirst. Quenched.
my thirst, quench.
Wonderful. So quench is a verb and you can turn it into quenched as well in the past form. Okay? So I was able to quench my thirst with water. Yeah? Okay? Wonderful. Now this quench can be used in many contexts. Someone may have a quench for knowledge. Yeah? We do have quench for knowledge as well. We want to seek more and more of it. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Okay, now let's focus on. Okay, now below this paragraph, okay, you will see three images. Three images have been given, Mr. Vishal. I want you, by looking at these images, I want you to describe the weather.
Ma'am, first one is it's cloudy weather.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think there is a cloud burst and there is a thunderstorm. What do you think?
Yes, ma'am. You're right,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Mm-hmm. And what do you see in the second one?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Okay.
Yes.
It's light, ma'am. It's in this also weather is cloudy and it's maybe it's rainy season or monsoon season.
Okay, it's cloudy. You can also say the sky is overcast. The sky is overcast. Okay, I'm writing it in the chat box. The sky is overcast. If you say that the sky is overcast, that means it's full of clouds. Okay, the sky is covered by clouds. It's very cloudy. So instead of saying it's cloudy, you can say the sky is overcast. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you see in the third image? How is the weather in the third image?
It's winter, ma'am.
Very good. It's winter, but don't you think it's quite misty, quite foggy outside?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
It's
very foggy.
snowy. It's foggy, ma'am.
It's very foggy and the visibility is very low. Don't you think the visibility is low?
Yes, ma'am, very low.
No, the visibility is low. Suppose if you are asked to drive in this weather, will you be able to drive properly?
I will face difficulty.
Because of the low visibility, right?
Right, ma'am.
Mm. The visibility is low when you can't see anything in front of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Right, ma'am.
that is
In
how to
normal
talk.
areas, we saw
Mhm.
fog.
Okay, okay. So when is it foggy there at your place? When is it foggy? During winter?
Yes, ma'am. In ending December or in January.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's very foggy. So, what is your favorite? We talking about this was about weather. If we talk about seasons, what all types of seasons do we have in India, according to you?
We have four major seasons, starting from the spring, and the second is summer, third is autumn, and fourth is winter, ma'am.
Wonderful. So, season is the specific time of the year, and it lasts for a few months, right? Okay. Now, what is your favorite season? Talk about your favorite season. What are a few things that you enjoy doing in that season? Yes. What all types of food do you like to relish? Yeah.
My favorite season is autumn, and on second number it's winter. In autumn, weather is peace and calm, and you don't face any problem. Like weather is pleasant, so you don't feel any too much hot or too much cold,
Mm-hmm.
and you can eat anything. It's not depending on the season. In winter, we have only option like hot foods. In summer, we are preferring drinking like cold drink or maybe lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe in winter, is I also like winter season. In winter, I have time for my personal life. I can evaluate my life, and I can spend time with myself more and more because nights are too much long.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, 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 yes. Some foods go well with a particular season. For example, in winter, people like to have, maybe a hot cup of tea, right, or a coffee. Then they want to have warm food like maybe some desi snacks or local snacks, some pakoras or some kachoris, right? That is something that goes
Right,
well
ma'am.
with that season, right?
Yes, ma'am, very true. Okay, ma'am. Which season do you like the most and why?
Oh, if you ask me, I like winter the most. It's my favorite season because in summers we sweat a lot, we profusely sweat. That is something I don't like, even during monsoons because of the high humidity levels that are there in the atmosphere. I don't like that kind of weather. Something I prefer is winter because it's quite foggy outside and I like to have tea. I'm a tea person, right? So I would go for at least 2 cups a day during winter and I prefer to have some snacks along with it, right? Yeah, I would love to go to some hill station during that time. Yeah, that is my favorite
Okay,
season.
okay,
And I prefer to have hot soups during that weather, right? To relax myself, my body, my mind. That is something which I very like a lot, right? So now I would like to ask you, have you ever experienced the first snowfall of the season? First snowfall of the season. Have you
no,
ever?
ma'am.
Okay, you have never seen snow.
No, ma'am. I never see snow.
Okay. Would you want to, like, is that in your bucket list that you want to go to a place where you can see or experience the first snowfall of the season?
Definitely, ma'am. I would like to see.
I think Himachal is very close to Haryana, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. I am living on Himachal border, and Simla is 70 or 80 kilometers from here, from my location. But due to some responsibilities, I prefer going my home
Oh,
rather
why don't
than
you go
going.
there? Why don't you go there along with your family and spend some time there? It would be a nice experience for all of you, isn't it?
Definitely, we will explore.
Okay, don't you get leaves? Don't you have leaves? For like, how many leaves do you have in a year?
Okay, we have weekly leave on Sunday, and
Okay.
but apart Sundays we have 30 to 40 leave in a year.
Oh, then you can easily manage to go for a vacation for at least 3 to 4 days, I believe.
Yes, ma'am,
Why
I
don't
can
you plan it? Why don't you plan it? Okay, fine. So, have you ever flown a kite on a windy day? Do you like flying kites?
In my childhood, I flight kite,
I have flown
flight,
kites. I
I
have flown.
flight leave. Okay, what is
I flew
the
kites. I flew kites or I have flown kites. Both are correct.
okay?
Okay.
Okay,
I flew kites. I used to fly kites. I used to fly kites. I flew kites or I have flown kites. Right.
right, ma'am,
Okay.
right.
So that
Nowadays
was
I
about.
don't have time, so I don't fly kites nowadays.
Okay, okay. I believe in India there are many festivals on which people have made it a trend. Like there is a trend to fly kites, or there is a custom or a ritual to fly kites like on occasion of Janmashtami or on occasion of I believe Makar Sakranti. I believe
Right, ma'am,
people
right.
fly a lot of kites.
Yes, very true, ma'am, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was about weather. So what type of beverage do you like, or what kind of drinks do you like in particular in different seasons? Like you said that in summers you do enjoy lemonades and all, right?
In winter, I drink hot soup and tea and coffee. So
Mm-hmm.
we have multiple options, and sometimes it's turmeric milk. We can take this also.
Oh wow, there are a lot of health benefits of taking turmeric milk, I believe, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was about winter. What do you like to have in summers, autumn, and spring season? Some seasonal fruits, maybe.
Yes, ma'am. But
Mm-hmm.
okay, we drink whole day water. So
Mm-hmm.
we drink too much water compared than city, compared than winters.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you can say that we keep ourselves hydrated. We keep
Right,
ourselves hydrated during summers, isn't it?
during summer. Right,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
What all seasonal fruits do you enjoy in different seasons?
In winter, I eat apple. It's very common.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But banana is all season's favorite. So
Yeah.
whole season I
Yeah,
eat
it's
banana.
available. Yeah, it's available
And
almost 12 months a month.
I like too much mangoes.
Mm-hmm. I like mangoes a lot.
I like mangoes a lot.
So
And
what's
but
your
ma'am,
favorite?
I don't have this list. I don't like any fruits. I like all type of fruits. I
Okay.
I enjoy eating seasonal fruits
Mm.
whenever in market available. So I take it and eat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And do you find thunderstorms very scary or exciting? Whenever there is a thunderstorm, lightning, how do you feel at that moment?
I try to go my home in this situation, or if I
Okay.
am outside, I will try to reach my workplace. Or in this situation, I don't like living outside. Outside,
Why? Do you think it can be quite risky?
it may be risky, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There can be a cloud burst, right?
Mhm. Right, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. And I think cloud bursts are very common in villages and open areas. What do you think? Thunderstorms, cloud bursts are very common.
Yes, ma'am. Especially in hill areas, it's very common.
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes a lot of people lose their lives because they were in open fields and then all of a sudden there was a cloud burst and many people have died in such kind of accidents. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong because I have read
You're
about it.
right, ma'am. Every day we saw many types of natural calamity.
Mm-hmm.
So every day it
Mm-hmm.
comes in newspaper. that
So,
there
have you ever
5%.
come across any such incident where there was a cloud burst, or maybe in your village or in a neighboring village?
No, ma'am, I did not face
No.
this situation.
Hmm. Yeah. It's generally advised that not to move or not to walk in open fields during such kind of weather and stay at home, right? As you said.
Right, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I want you to speak about any topic for at least 1 minute, 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. So you can choose your topic. What do you want to speak about? Hmm. Let's talk
Okay,
about natural calamities, or you can also suggest.
okay, I can go with this topic.
Okay, natural calamities. Okay, you can speak about natural calamities for at least 1.5 to 2 minutes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am, I'll try. Natural calamity is happened by nature only. In this situation, we are not the cause, and but we will survive by the effect of this nature. And here are many forms of natural calamity, like flood, or we can say deluge, and drought. It's opposite of flood, so both are not good. And in around 1940, we saw famine, so it's a part of. It's also a natural calamity, and many persons suffering from starvation, and sometimes it's excessively rain, and sometimes there is no rain, and sometimes what earthquake come, and it's harm many cities or countries. We see sometimes landscape happened, landslide,
Landslides.
landslide collapsed, and many person died. And when here are some rivers, sometimes they divert their route and they flow. They flowed many villages, and they after that people's life will be in danger. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the basic common reasons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good.
And
Is there anything else that you can add? Come on. If you want to add more, I can wait.
I heard that in Japan, earthquake comes very soon. It's a very common thing there. That I heard that within some minutes or within some hours, their earthquake come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. They're very frequent there, right? It happens
Right,
very
man.
frequently. Yeah. Yeah.
Happens very frequent.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, wonderful, Mr. Vishal. You talked about famines, droughts, floods, earthquakes, landslides. Oh my God, it was so good, right? So you could recall all these words, you could recollect, and you could use them in this context. So it's wonderful, right? So in this session, we talked about weather, we talked about seasons, discussed some natural calamities as well. Just now you discussed many natural calamities, so that's amazing, that's wonderful. Okay, so now it comes the feedback time. So I would say that it was a wonderful conversation, right? You tried your best to make relevant points, about the given topic. You were able to speak about weather and seasons very well, right? So hats off to you for that. Yeah, there were some mistakes as well in terms of pronunciation, right? Like landslides, there was some kind of maybe uh, that, right? So yeah, I would say that you just now you said that suffering from starvation. So many people have suffered from famines in the past, have suffered from famines, or suffered from famines in past, right? So instead of using ing form of the verb, it's better to use simple past. It's better to use they suffered, right? They suffered from this, right? So that would be right thing to say. Or you can even use past perfect tense, right? So that is
Right, man.
something that you have to, so there are some errors related to tenses. Other than that, I think your fluency, your presence of mind, what points I have to make, what, in what context do I have to use these words, I think that has improved a lot. You were able to make sentences on content, quench, all of those words, right? Very well. So now you have learned how to use words in the right context. That is something that you have learned. Your fluency has improved, your confidence has improved, and now you need to focus a little more on tenses. That would be my suggestion. Okay,
Definitely, ma'am.
that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the session.
Yes, ma'am, I enjoyed. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vishal. Bye bye. Take care.
Okay, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you.